our righteousness have to exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees, the scribes, and Sadducees. That's why we should pray for our enemies, and not just talking about the so-called white man alone. That don't mean that we won't fight the good fight. We won't contend for the faith that once was delivered to the saints, to the Kedusan. We should contend for the truth. You understand? But we should pray for our enemies, and we should pray for Dr. York. Pray for Dwight York, Dr. York. I like to say Imam Isa. Like I said, some things he put out were good, were even noble. You understand? Were on point. But then when he started to touch on all these funny issues concerning the King of Kings, all these, the same lies that the liars that he was rebuking on other points, now he just uses their same slander and blasphemy against the King of Kings. And then this very dubious story about his own alleged earthly father. It's like he took spiritual crack to us. Based to us, many of us, and a lot of brothers out there and sisters know what I'm talking about. They have read some of Dr. York's books. You understand? Maybe they were part of the Ansarullah, the Nubian Islamic Hebrews. You understand? Maybe they went down to York. They did the Egyptian thing or whatever. They went to the Egyptian Disneyland of the West, and they was all a part of that. And we're not being derisive, but we're just speaking straight up. You understand? But I really think we need to pray for Dr. York, and I want to put that message out there, that even though we emphatically disagree with the lies and slanders that York got it in his heart, it's like with Judas. You remember Judas, where it said that the devil got in him after that moment when the sup took place at the Last Supper. You know, he dipped his thing in the same bowl, so Dr. York started dipping into, the Ethiopian terrain. He was just dealing with Sudan and the Ishmaelite. Now he dips into the Ethiopian and the line of Judah terrain, and then he becomes a slanderer. You understand? A liar, a blasphemer, a deceiver. But we should not discount the good works that the brother did. You understand? When he did do good works to enlighten us about the half, of the story that we wasn't even being told at that time concerning black people, concerning even Islam and the so-called Mohammedans and the Pale Arabs and the Bedouins and all the rest of them, and even some ancient history. So we should pray for our enemies. And I say we should pray for Dr. York, who, based on his slanders of the King of Kings, has become our enemy, but not for us to be hypocrites or forgetful of the fact that the man in his good day, what we can, evaluate and judge, you understand, as being his good days, he was right and exact. Well, we don't know what happened to him, for real. Whatever happened to Imam Isa, whatever happened to Dr. York, you understand, I don't know, but we should pray for our enemies and really prove that we're true Nazarenes, that we're true Rastafari. Thinking about it, need to add to that list not just York, but also Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey the same way.